plaintiff, Rebecca Woodall, says the defendant was her roommate, and she claims the defendant has prostitute priorities because she changes men like underwear and uses them for money. Rebecca's suing her former roommate for unpaid rent. Defendant Jessica Rodriguez says Rebecca is the one who was arrested for prostitution and domestic violence, and she also abuses drugs. Jessica is countersuing for half of the lease termination fees.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
Start with you.
Yes, sir. I just want to start out by saying that Jessica has prostitute priorities. She's all about men and money. She changes boyfriends like she changes underwear, and she's got boy toys on the side. She's always having a good time on somebody else's dime and doesn't pay for anything.
Now, clarify some of these allegations. You're saying she has sex with men for money?
No. I said she changes
you
boyfriends
said prostitution wage. You did say that.
She has prostitute priorities, men and money.
Okay.
I'm not saying she has sex for money. I'm saying she has a bunch of boyfriends and then she just likes to spend everybody else's money.
Okay. A lot of folks, women and men, have priorities of those same sort, and they're not prostitutes. All right. And
So
not all prostitutes that in their first and second priority. Some of them are their children, some of them are their family, some of them are a lot
correct.
of other reasons.
Go
ahead.
I've known Jessica and her sister Belle Marie for the past 15 years. I went to middle school with Belle. I spent pretty much every weekend at their house. We were like sisters. In May, Jessica came to me, told me that her lease was ending. My lease was ending as well. Previously, Belle Marie had stated to me, I think it'd be a good idea for you and Jessica to be roommates. You know, she's kind of wild, she's a little boy crazy. Maybe you could calm her down and teach her some womanly independence. So I agreed to it. The first weekend that we're there, Jessica wanted to have this housewarming party. I was reluctant. A housewarming party? Mm-hmm. I didn't want to have it. I was still living in boxes and she was all moved out. So even though I was reluctant, it happened anyway. They ended up going to the club. I got left there so her and her boyfriend could go back to the apartment and have sex. I ended up getting a ride back to the apartment.
They didn't tell you they were leaving you?
No. I had no idea that Jessica was not going to walk into the club behind me until I turned around like, where's Jessica? Okay. Oh, she's left. We got back to the apartment, call it a night. As the days and the weeks pursue, I'm seeing on Instagram where she's in the club. Okay. She left the state. Okay. Partying in Colombia. Okay, well then why are you not paying your full amount of rent every month? Why am I having to come out of my paycheck to pay?
It's called ghetto fabulous.
I guess that's what you call it.
When you buy and do what you want and then you beg for what you need, or you don't pay at all what you need. Go ahead.
So
when you mention these things to her, what'd she say?
That somebody else was paying her way. I stated, well, don't you pay for parking? Don't you pay for gas? Don't you pay for upkeep on your car? Yeah. Well, then you're spending money.
All right. Let me get some background from you, ma'am.
Okay. I think I've made the biggest mistake. Okay. I'm living with someone that does drugs, okay, has a case for domestic violence.
Nope, that's a lie.
Prostitution.
No,
and
that's a lie too. Wow.
When we got this apartment, Your Honor, when we got this apartment,
charge for prostitution.
No, I do not. No, I do not. That's
Your
a lie.
Honor.
You're lying,
Yeah,
Jessica.
Your Honor.
When we got prostitution talk, you the one with the case.
Yes,
Actually, Your Honor, I don't have a prostitution
Your Honor,
charge.
when
Pulling this out of thin air.
Okay.
Your Honor, when we decided to move in, okay, we wanted to move in together. She couldn't be on the lease because of her criminal, because she had a case and it wasn't sealed. Okay. They said because of her background, I'm talking, because of her background, she could not be on the lease. So I had to be on the lease solely. Okay.
And you got on the lease because of my income, right?
I'm talking. I let you talk. Let me talk. You wanted me here. I'm here. Okay.
All right.
So,
ma'am.
So.
Go ahead.
Fine, everything good. She wanted me. We came into an agreement, and I have the proof. I was gonna pay $500 a month. She was gonna pay $1,000, and I have the proof right here, Your Honor.
No, I said I could afford over $1,000, but I never said.
Ma'am, what was the amount she was to pay?
She was to pay $500 if she could, and then if she could afford more, then she was supposed to pay
That was never
more.
spoken
So
about.
$500, we do know that was spoken.
Of course, and it's here, and I have the evidence, sir.
Okay, now with regard to the lease, ma'am, was it in her name?
The lease was
solely.
The lease was solely in her name. The reason I couldn't be on that lease is because, yeah, there was a criminal domestic violence charge against me and my ex from 5 years ago. I defended myself because I didn't want to go to an ambulance.
Good.
I went to jail. If you call South Carolina, that record's been sealed. They did a background check illegally. She convinced me not to go and just mess with them and go to a different...
All right, we're done with
Point
that.
is,
You
she got
defended
the-
yourself. Instead of going to the ambulance, you decided to go to jail.
I didn't
That
know I was
might
going to go to jail
just-
until afterwards.
Hey, depending on the situation, that may have been a good choice.
I went being a
So with regard to the rent, how does she owe you?
So if she's able to go out to the club and to the
All
park,
right, tell me the months that she failed to pay.
July, August, September, and October.
All right, her $500 each time.
Seven.
Her
14
part was $500 a month.
If up until
Thank you.
September, because then I came to her. I said, "Listen, you're able to go here. You're able to go here. You go to here." I have receipts where she's spending money, and then when I confronted her, she said, "Okay."
And when you'd mention it to her, she would say what? When you
She
tell her
said-
she's overdue.
Here she said the rent is $1,589. We are both paying $794. So if you can only pay $500, then why are you going to sit here and state that we're both going to pay more than that?
All right, but you agreed to the $500. So let's get to whether she paid anything. You're saying from July through October, she didn't pay a dime on that $500.
She did not pay her full $500.
Right. Okay, she paid part of it?
Yeah.
All right, you have to prove your case. So far, you're not. So far, I'm proving it, or you're relying on me to prove it. So you
I
got
was
one
paying
more
over
time. You're talking about, I guess.
I was paying
maybe.
over nine-
Yeah, some. I don't know how much she put on it.
So my money orders were over $900.
Okay, that's yours.
Correct.
Okay. And that's all I've been asking you about, and you won't tell me or you don't know. I asked you what months did she fail to pay. July through October. Then we get into how much did she fail to pay. Then you go to talking about where there was
242.
pardon?
242.
Oh, thank you.
My apologies. I am a blonde.
So she paid everything but $242.
Yes, sir. I apologize.
All right, that's all I'm asking, the exact amount she failed to pay when she was obligated to that $500 that she missed from July through October. Okay. All right, ma'am, what do you say to this?
Your Honor, if the rent is $1,424 and her money orders say $984, let's do the math here. How much have I paid
let's
every
answer
month?
my questions here. Now, you said the agreement was $500 a month. Let's
Yes.
stick with that.
Yes.
Did you pay $500 a month from July through October?
Yes, Your Honor.
So you paid every dime in rent from July through October?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. How did you pay it?
I paid it with money order.
You have a copy of one
I don't
of them?
have it, but I do have the final bill of what everything is due. And she paid her part and I paid my part every month.
You showing me something from July through October?
Yep, everything was paid.
Ma'am, she says this reflects full payment.
Yes, sir. Our bills were paid in full, but that's because I had to come out of my check when she was short and pay the rest of
She
the
was short for those, what, $248 a month? Is that what you're saying?
$242, yes, sir.
My budget was to pay $500 a month and hers was to pay the rest.
Got that.
That $242 is over $500. These are the text messages right here, Your Honor.
Did you commit to that, though?
I committed to paying $500 a month.
Not the $242
because that was
she's-
half. That would have been half. I committed to paying $500 a month and her $1,000. I should have paid half, but my budget and
Should
our
have paid
agreement
half.
was
You're exactly
$500
right. You should have paid
a
your
month.
half.
And if you were okay with doing $500 a month,
Then why
for
did you lie to
budget,
me that you didn't have the money, but you
500,
can leave
that's
the
not
country?
your problem. I'm not your girlfriend. I'm not your mom. How are you going to charge me $242?
All you can charge her for is $500. The only agreement, as you stated, was $500 a month.
When she was able to go out and have fun, and we had the discussion.
It doesn't matter. I paid
Look,
my
Jessica,
rent.
we
It
had the
doesn't matter
discussion
what I
about
do.
money, and then you
Doesn't
said to me
matter
that
if
you're
I
going to
go
start
to
paying.
town because they
You
pay
told me
for
that
it.
you're going to
She's
start
paid her
paying
rent.
your
I paid
part
my
of the rent.
She's paid her
every month, and that's
$500.
it.
Told me
She paid her
in
$500.
September,
Thank
she
you.
came to me and said, I can afford it.
How are you
because
countersuing her for $2,627?
I terminated the lease, did an eviction because of this. Her messiness in the house. She wanted me to help her clean and help her cook. I did it for the beginning, but after I saw the abuse that she does,
Abuse?
okay, her dog everywhere in the house.
Okay, my
Watch
dog
your
gets
language.
mad,
Watch
but
your
I
language.
clean up
Watch your
after
language.
you, so you're
Messy
funny.
in the house. Mess. I'm not gonna clean over an adult that has 31 years old. I'm not gonna clean her mess. Sorry, but I'm not.
No, honey, that's our apartment, so that's our mess.
This is not our mess. This is your
That's
mess.
not my. Oh, that's after I
Ma'am.
got pissed off and left.
Quiet. So you say you terminated the tenancy. She should pay all of it, or
Half.
you
It's
just
half
want
because
half?
at the end I was living there too.
Okay.
So I would want her
Why
to
do
pay
you
all of it.
say you shouldn't
but
pay half
half
of
because
the
I was there
termination?
too.
Judge, nobody forced her out. Nobody asked her to leave. In fact, she
You,
tried to
with your
have me
messiness,
removed.
with your
and I didn't even
disgustingness.
know that Jessica had
It's
moved out till
unbearable
I came
to
home
live
from
there.
work and all of her stuff's gone.
Of
You
course.
never
no
warned her
notice, no
about that?
nothing.
We're leaving. I told her, get your stuff out. If they don't get your stuff out, they're gonna evict. They're gonna put it outside. I'm not leaving. I'm not going anywhere. You can't evict me.
I'm
You're
paying
gonna
the
have to go to
majority of the
court,
bills.
and it's
How
gonna
are you
take
gonna live
30 to
there unless
60
I'm living
okay,
there?
I
You
warned
can't
You know
afford
what?
it.
I'm out. I warned you. I'm out.
Based on what I'm hearing, ma'am, I'm going to grant you half of the termination fees, and that would be the $2,627 because it sounds like you all left because you had a hostile environment
Thank you.
there,
Yes.
and neither of you should have stayed together, even if you wanted to. And with regard to the rent, ma'am, I'm going to conclude that she doesn't owe you because the claim you're making today is based on something beyond your agreement. Your agreement was $500 a month. You say you told her if she can pay you more sometimes, or when she can pay you more, or if she can pay you more, do so. And that's what your $242 claim is. You thought she could do more because she was partying. Well, she said somebody else paid for the
But I have her
partying and the
receipt
travel.
stating that she's actually spending the money, and her boyfriend came to me and said, "I can."
Oh, so I'm not supposed to spend money on a daily basis?
Ma'am,
We
there was
live,
no
okay?
set amount beyond $500. I can't just let you arbitrarily say, let me throw $242 a month on it. No, you have to dismiss your claim, and I'm granting yours. Have a good day.
Thank you.
I'm sorry that it had to come down to this. I'm sorry that this broke our friendship. Y'all were my sisters. I don't think this shouldn't be the end of our friendship, and I'm just sorry that it came down to this.
I mean, I wish that we would have dealt with this problem instead of you lying and doing all that stuff.
I just don't think they need to live together. That's it. They just need to separate ways and keep it moving.